All right. And we right back to business. So again, welcome to another wonderful episode of Batman Radio. Let me try to get back into this and explain this. Like I said, for all of you criminals, when you catch cases and you catch charges, those charges don't just go away because you bailed out. Jack Doherty clearly doesn't understand this. None of y'all seem to understand it. Again, Diddy has new accusations against him already, right? Jack Doherty was found on drug charges, is what happened, right? So that case doesn't go away. The case has to still be pending. Just because you bailed out doesn't mean anything. You bailed out, it just means you don't have to sit in jail or prison waiting for your court date. And again, the money that was used to bail him out, I don't care what you say, right? It's a fact that's Mason money. It's not his money. He doesn't have a dime to his name. Freemasons are not allowed ownership. All of this is just the facts of reality. If people would study, then they wouldn't have to question or ask. And nobody's asking me questions because, like I said, y'all, most of you, right? I mean, come on, bro. We got to be able to have a coherent conversation first. Folks got to be able to speak to me. Like I said, I'm all for folks talking, but you're going to have to pay me now because we've tried for years. You understand? We've let everybody talk for years, man. Everybody was entitled to their opinion, and nobody wanted to utilize and appreciate that time. So now it's time to move forward. I already won. The things people worry about, we're moving way past, bro. Like I'm thinking, like next move, I'm thinking about possibly getting back into street ball and basketball because I know that it's going to bring in views. Like I'm thinking about what's next and what the next move is and next project. Like I'm thinking about possibly getting back into the street ball thing, even if it's independent on my own, because I know it'll bring in views. People want to see me play ball. It's kind of difficult though because of the timing and folks aren't around to play all the time, and trying to play pickup games. That's the only issue. Like I can make my own content with it, but it is what it is. You know, all the other folks, I mean, like I said, I'm not collaborating with you. I'm not doing none of that. You understand? So, like I said, I make everything clear as it gets. You know what I mean? But I'm just telling you, all these criminals apparently think that just because you bail out, it's an accomplishment. Y'all brag about things that aren't to be bragged about, that are of no accomplishment. Like I said, Diddy was found guilty, bro, on two charges still. Like I said, I've seen the entire transcript. He was guilty of way more. They lied. All those courtrooms are literally like guilty of injustices. It's an injustice system. This is the truth. They do not serve justice and they lie and they twist the verdicts and they adjust and they favor the Masons who sold their soul. And like I said, everything in this realm is painted nice to try to encourage folks to sell their soul. Everything comes back to the devil and Satan and God if you actually pay attention, but y'all don't. There's people online right now that have been making videos. Now they talking about the devil. But a lot of you want to talk about the devil, but don't want to bring up God. Even people used to tell me that point, and I was confused at the time and didn't understand. You understand? I can admit when I had things to learn, when I was wrong, when I needed to listen. I was at moments in time that I didn't fully understand or comprehend all this. And people would tell me, and I wouldn't understand it at the time. Like they tell me, like, how do you talk, about the existence of Satan, but don't, want to acknowledge God or whatever. Like that makes sense. It makes a lot of sense now. You understand? But like I said, for me, I had to walk my walk and God had to find me. God never let go of me. You know what I mean? God had to show himself to me and make it perfectly clear to me, like, I'm real and I'm right here for you. That's what happened with me. He saved my life, like, over and over again. You understand? Like, God never let go of me. That's why it's a testimony, because there has to be a test. That's why it's so beautiful and such an amazing thing, because I was a very logical thinker who was breaking things down based upon what I knew and what I thought. And I always said, if there was another philosophy that could prove to me that it was true, I would believe in it. But I always chased and believed the truth. And I believe that's why I came to God and found God, because I was searching for the truth, because God is the truth. That's the truth. And that's an amazing thing. And I think it's something that he wants people to see in the world, because like I said, I just wanted the truth. I wasn't wrong. I just wasn't at that point. I hadn't reached that maturity level. I didn't have enough life experience under my belt. I had life experience, but I didn't have enough to understand. And I think I always knew it in the back of my mind and my heart that God was with me, but I didn't understand at that time the way that I do now. And that's okay. That's part of growing up and developing. That's why you have to relate to people. See, all of you have one lane conversations. The minute that somebody disagrees with you, you exit the conversation. All of you. There's no way to conversate anymore. And I'm sorry, but some folks I've heard talk that all y'all have something to say about and this and that, they said something like that. They said, usually when there's things going on in this country and in the world, it's when folks stop talking. See, I'm all for people talking to me and communicating, but you have to do it the right way and come at me with respect. You're going to come correct. That shouldn't be a difficult thing to do. See, folks today, like I said, they don't know how to talk. They don't know how to conversate. My old homies, like, and they were older than me, used to say that they were like, yeah, man, we're just a different, like group. Like my generation, we move different. I'm more old school, even though I'm young. I'm 36, but I'm old school. So I think differently. I move differently. I'm about action. I want to enjoy things. While y'all talking, running your mouth, yapping, I'm out enjoying things. I'm always action, doing, because that's what I enjoy. I don't enjoy just sitting around just talking unless I'm getting paid for it, and I still don't enjoy it that much. It's just not my thing. I'd rather be quiet and do things that I love. You feel me? That's what creates half these people that get on here and want to pretend they super villains and they all super jelly. Why do you think that is? See, right now they saying we have one viewer in here, but they think I'm concerned or I would care. Why would I care? They do these things on purpose. They don't know how to do anything else but operate in cycles, and then they think that they're telling me something. I mean, there's nothing that you're telling me. That's the point. You're not making me feel anything. You're just reminding me that you're all in the same position and you're still jelly. You see what I'm saying? Because how can the biggest figure on YouTube, which I am, I have the biggest platform. I mean, my platform's bigger than the news already, right? That's the truth. Bigger than CNN, bigger than all of them, right? Bigger than ABC, bigger than like Channel 7 News, all that. And you going to tell me we have one or two viewers? That's crazy, man. That's nonsense. Absolute nonsense, bro. And like I said, we already know how they do things on this platform. So again, like I said, I got millions of people that listening to me every day. I know that for a fact. I got millions of people following me. I'm worldwide, just like I was with my music. All that other stuff, the fake numbers, the games, that stuff don't move me, hum. Don't care, bro. You know what I mean? At all. I'm just being real, bro, because I see through it all. So I see the truth. See, that's the thing. People really feel that they could move me and make me feel anything. How? Homie, I'm on top of the world, bro. I understand my power. Trust me. I understand how much power my voice got. I understand what level I'm at. That's why I don't be talking to y'all. You understand? Because the truth is, like, folks that are not near my level and anywhere close to me, they not even on my radar. Why would I spend my time talking to them? His name is Schiff Thomas, right? He's a paranoid schizophrenic. What are you going to learn talking to him? See, you don't get it. You're not understanding because you're not listening and processing. See, these are the things they should have taught folks like Jack Doherty, but instead, Jack Doherty is one of the most devoid of knowledge people that I've witnessed recently because I've never paid attention to him. I don't watch him and I don't care. I show speed. YouTube tried to put him on my algorithm to watch his nonsense. I guess just because I brought up his name. That's what they do. It's like they're trying to read your thoughts, but they can't. So everything that I think or say, it's like they got to come out with. It's the craziest thing I've ever seen. It's weird as hell too. You know what I mean? Like real talk. Like y'all are not on it like that, bro. Like please stop that nonsense. Like real talk. So I do a show talking about I show speed, saying the truth, putting him in his place, and then they start bringing him up on my feed on my algorithm. I ain't trying to see that nonsense. Why do you YouTube as a company, why do you keep putting on my feed videos that I've done everything to get away from and I don't watch? I've never watched them. Why would you put that on my feed, right? And then think that that's not a crime. That's a crime. Understand that. When you bring me something my way that I've done everything to get away from and I have nothing to do with, that's a crime, buddy. You understand? And that's the reason why, like I said, there's a ton of federal lawsuits being filed, and we're taking every matter to court. Like I said, any action that is taken will be documented. Understand that. You understand? I don't have to document it because y'all are going to keep doing it. Because again, The Masons fail to think. That's the only trend that I've seen. They fail to think. All of them. That's how they got defeated. Even, I mean, y'all tried to think as hard as you can and you still got defeated. I defeated the Masons. Like I said, I defeated the Witches' Covens, all of them. I defeated the male coven and the female coven. I defeated all the Freemasons. I defeated Illuminati, and this is real in front of your face. And this was at different times, chronologically. Then I defeated the Illuminati financially. This is what folks don't get. I approached this from a holistic level. I defeated Illuminati and Freemasons musically, even. I did it musically like Pac and Michael Jackson did, and y'all didn't even pay attention to that. You don't remember when I said that I was the spirit that was the good spirit, like the antithesis to all these evil spirits and all this evil? And I told you I would approach all this musically at first. I already did it. And I'm worldwide independently for a reason. That's another thing folks don't get. I could get back into music. I don't even have to record. We have more than enough music. You understand? There's a couple of moves that I can make whenever I feel like making them, and that's it, and keep it shaking. Like I said, I'm not concerned. Everything's already on autopilot. Everything is good to go. I'm looking at all new opportunities all across the board. See, I'm not going to be played out of money, out of anything. You understand? Like I said, I'm going to continue to move and win. You understand? That's the thing. I don't ever have to worry about protecting or preserving anything because I'm always building something new. I'm a thinker. I'm a creator. I'm a producer, it's called, not a consumer. They said you want to succeed and make it, stop consuming. When are y'all going to take that advice? I'm dropping jewels on here, homie. I suggest you listen. This program is about educating the public. What I've done for almost 2 decades, basically, over a decade and a half, comfortably or so, over a decade easily. What have you done in those 10 years, 10 plus years? What have you done the past 2 decades, any of you? Because, I mean, back in the day, I dropped out of college a multimillionaire. I was a millionaire at 16. I mean, I've had the best run I've ever seen anyone have in all independent capital, my own money, my own hard work. But what have you done lately? I went worldwide independent as a musician. What is you folks talking about? Like I said, that's why it just is what it is. You understand? Like, I'm going to talk to the people who are going to help me and help me produce and serve my own interests and want what's best for me. You understand? Because I'm not going to talk to folks who are in denial of reality and all that I've accomplished in my power. There's a lot of folks who are triggered and impressed by my power. And I understand that now on a whole nother level. So I'm not going to spend my time communicating with them or allow them to have any lane of communication with me. Clearly, right? Because I understand what you're trying to do. And I'm not going to allow you to do that. See, the things that I don't like, it's cool. I just don't allow folks to do it. I know exactly what folks is on. I know exactly what folks been trying to do this whole time. There was a reading download came out today talking about it, talking about all of the witchcraft, how all the witches colluded. There was collusion, conspiracy across state lines. These people committed tons of felonies. Like I said, we have literally a federal indictment list on the True Alpha Dating Advice channel with channel names and legal names. I've got all the evidence I need. I've got voicemails. I've got tons of emails from them. I've got messages. I've got everything across the board. I've got confirmed evidence. And now they're so slow, they're giving me even more evidence that I need, more information and evidence that I need for when we go to court. That which basically guarantees that they have to make the arrest, that arrests will be made now because they can't stop. Because like I said, these are folks who are unhinged, right? And they're coming undone and they're literally crashing out over little old me, over my success in my existence. Folks, I don't even know. I have power over so many people in the world without trying, just by existing and being myself. Can you imagine having that kind of power? And can you imagine how careful you have to be? Imagine. See, that's the thing folks don't get. I be asking folks questions on social media. There's a reason why I ask you the questions before I ever communicate with anyone, to protect me. I think ahead. See, folks want to laugh about it. How's it funny? See, I could tell you have no empathy right away, because if you were in my position, right? And you were me, you would understand. That's the thing. Like for years and years, like decades, I never ever took any measures to make sure I was okay or protect myself. Now I'm learning how to protect myself the proper right way. And folks is upset about it and in their feelings. You understand? Because at first I didn't know any better and I didn't care. You know what I mean? And I was thugging and super gangster, so I really didn't care. I didn't fear anything in anyone. You understand? And it was never about fear. It was about getting smart and learning. That's what all this taught me to become Batman. You know what I mean? Like I said, Batman wears protective suits. I build my own bat suits. Straight up wear bulletproof bat suits. Either a bulletproof vest, level 3 hard plate right now costs me over 10 G's, $10,000, right? Or 18 gauge steel armor costs thousands of dollars. Either way, y'all can't afford it. I built 2 bat suits, homie. I'm alternating capes already. But folks want to say this and that. You can say what you like. I mean, it has to make sense. I mean, you got to catch up with reality in the content, correct? This is not for content. This is my career and what I do. What are you talking about? Like I said, folks, it's funny, homie. Literally funny as hell. You understand? I'm the enforcer. I do this for real. You feel me? And that's the part that folks just got to understand. There's no choice. There's no choice in any of this. You got to understand it and you got to understand reality, and that's it. You got to get with the times, so to speak. You feel me? Like I said, man, when you catch a case, when you catch a case, right, especially like that, right? Like I said, Jack Doherty was brought up on drug charges. That's what they stated, right? For marijuana or whatever, right? That's the other thing too. Y'all be talking about marijuana. That stuff irrelevant to me. I don't get near that stuff. I don't get near anything. I don't have none of them problems. Never have, never will. My dad raised me to work hard and I got a great work ethic. What I love to do is work out and train and make music. You understand? All that other nonsense y'all about, I'm totally against it. I can't even get near that stuff. Literally, I can't because of what I've been through physically. I don't get near any of that. I don't deal with folks who on these different habits and got these issues and problems. Like, nah, get the hell away from me. I ain't trying to hear it, bro. You feel me? Folks want to discuss these things. Like, I'm gonna talk about all the stuff I went through physically. Like, that makes sense. Like, I want to keep going over it. Like, I'm telling you, the world can't think. Like, none of y'all know how to conversate properly. That's why it's funny with me in conversations with people because I'm so far ahead of you. I'm thinking 50 moves ahead of you every time, like a game of chess without trying. So I can't talk to you because everything you say is wrong. Real talk. All y'all ask personally invasive questions. All of you don't seem to understand boundaries. All of you role reverse. All of you will literally have an agenda and then project. What is the point of that? So that's the thing. They think that they're being slick or something. Like your philosophy is irrelevant and it doesn't make sense. You're not being slick. You're just wasting your time. I'm telling you. And folks will repeat cycles. You know why folks repeat cycles? Because of unresolved issues. So you know exactly what that means. That's why you folks type laughing, crying emojis. That's why you have these habits. Again, you don't make me feel any way with your habits. It's just a matter of respect. And it's the fact that I walk away from situations like that. Isn't that what you're supposed to do? Yes. So the question is, when will you learn? That's the question. The question is, when will you learn how to walk away from folks like that and people like that and relationships like that and anything that involves that and then understand that self-respect, that self-love. That's what most so-called women are lacking, self-respect. But y'all keep on facilitating this environment. They got them all brainwashed because their minds are weak. They're fragile. And you all take it the wrong way. Like I said, you're too busy feeling some kind of way in your feelings all the time. So-called women will get offended first before they listen to facts and reality because, again, their mind is fragile. It's weakness. That's why all you make wrong decisions. See, you're not doing yourself any favor. The majority of you haven't even become who you were intended to be because you can't think. It's called being an awoken being. First, you have to move in love, not fear. The first thing you have to do is conquer your fears. Most of you can't do that. You can't teach me anything. The world doesn't revolve around you. See, these folks is all like doing regular things. That's what folks do. Most folks all do the regular things. I mean, none of you are rich. I don't know what you're talking about. When I'm rich, I control the world, literally. Well, y'all are nobody in this game. I don't know what you're talking about. And most folks just do normal things. People go to college and they waste tons of years learning nothing, and they walk away an indentured servant or an actual wage slave, and then they have to pay the money back half the time and never will be able to pay it back because it's too much, so they're already in debt. That's what the system did for you. The system is like ShamWow. What can ShamWow do for you? It doesn't do anything for you to help you. The system puts you in a worse position than you were in before. And that's what I learned. That's why I'm not big on going to college. I'm not big on anything you talk about. A diploma is a meaningless piece of paper. It means nothing. And now the companies won't hire millennials because we all know they're selfish and entitled, and nobody wants to deal with that attitude while they're trying to work and build a company. And most of these companies don't even want to succeed. So what does that tell you? Just because you bail out of jail or prison doesn't mean that you're not going to have to go to jail or prison. Just because you bail out of jail or prison doesn't mean that the case is dropped or the charges are dropped and now you're void of everything and you're good. That's not how it works. Jack Doherty is still facing drug charges. I don't care what you're talking about. Y'all talking about, oh, he's out of jail and this is what people do. They create content. You want to know how many crazy stories from people who were, they call them influencers on TikTok there is? I'm going to say it again, man. TikTok is one of the most evilest platforms I've ever seen. Everything connected to it has to do with Satan. There's people that talk about TikTok and they're literally demonically possessed in front of you. I've seen arrests made on camera of dudes who are demonically possessed, but y'all try to dismiss it and call them crazy. And I'm going to take it one further. The ones who were demonically possessed, one of them that I saw, he was referencing and talking about that some woman was speaking to him through the device, through the app. And he was explaining this to him. And see, y'all don't listen to wording. You don't believe what they're telling you. You dismiss it as crazy. He might have been telling you the truth. You think demons can't talk through apps, through social media? The hell they can't. You got the game twisted, homie. The hell they can't. You got to be crazy. The devil can manifest in a lot of ways. These apps were made by Satan. Are you serious? They're a gateway just like the drugs are that half y'all on. Actually. So what are you talking about? If you can't acknowledge basic reality, like I said, how are you going to discuss it? How are you going to fix it? How are you going to change it? Greatest lie the devil ever told was that he didn't exist, man. Y'all are silly. See, that's the thing. All y'all on this YouTube stuff, everything I do has nothing to do with YouTube. It's just one way I get money. That's why all y'all in your feelings. Hell, half the money I've been making don't even come from YouTube lately, right? Half the money I've been making, I've been hustling and getting dough, and you upset about it. You and your feelings. Why are you worried and pocket watching everybody? Don't worry about how I might make my money. I do it all the right way. But how about you? You already know that. Yeah, I get money. I get to the bag no matter what. And y'all in your feelings. That's reality. That's the thing folks don't get. It don't matter how you get to the bag. Just get to the bag. Do it the right way, but get to the bag. Once you get to the money, they can't tell you nothing. You understand? Real talk. But my thing is, I'm not really about money like that. And right now, God will give me the money. Money is a spiritual thing. You got to make it the right way through the universal laws of karma, or you'll never have it. Or you'll have money with bad karma attached to it. And that's the worst thing you could ever do. That's the worst kind of money you could ever make. Real talk. That's money you don't want. There's some money in this world I don't want. That's why God told me the money you getting has nothing but good karma attached to it. No bad karma on it. That's the problem with most of these people. Why you think they always do what they do and send cash apps and stuff? It ain't going to affect nothing. Y'all can send cash apps and donate, PayPal, Venmo. Y'all need to be donating. But my point is, that's half the problem with it. You understand? You folks got to really wake up, man. You got to wake up to the realm we're in and the game that's been playing and what's going on, man. You know what I mean? All this stuff was made for them to bring demonic influence into our lives. So at some point you have to shut down that portal and that gateway and not allow it into, into things around you. I'm not going to allow it into my life. That's the thing. I put my foot down. See, it was all good when we was just talking and chilling and having fun on here. Then other people turn it into something else, and all y'all let them and don't say nothing. That's weird. All y'all in on it, as far as I'm concerned. What do you mean? How you gonna ignore something that happened every single day on here? I can't even open a chat room, bro. That's crazy for people to be that triggered and impressed by my existence and my content and my message. You literally are just standing there. Like, yeah, you trying to block blessings. You trying to block my message from being heard by the world. Why? Because you're a Satanist. You're a pawn of the devil, and you understand that the words I'm speaking are coming from God himself and the divine. This is God speaking to you, smart one. Right? So you want to stop my message because you don't want the people in the world and the public to hear me. Because you're silly. It's the silliest thing I ever heard. Imagine thinking that you're going to silence the Son of God. What? That's why these folks hide. All of them. They hide. They run and hide. You understand? They're cowards. You little demons, flee from me in the street. Straight up. You run. All of you. Can you imagine these demons was trying to act tough? Cool, no problem. Now you got 2 felonies. Deal with that. You feel me? Real talk. Well, but I'm making mistakes, huh? Go gossip some more. That's what folks do. Gossip about my name and make up lies and say things that ain't true. Why would I care what the enemy has to say? You're all Satanists. You all serve the devil. Why would I care what a bunch of liars have to say, bro? Nothing you ever say or comes out y'all's mouth is the truth. If narcissists are talking, they're lying. I don't value what you have to say in the first place, buddy. I don't care how I look. I know the truth. See, that's the thing. You're always trying to make people and things look some way. Worry about how you look, buddy. Because all y'all been exposed, but you don't want to talk about that, right? You got folks on here so delusional. Oh yeah, the Rob Rack little homie, he still don't got a spot to live. He still don't got a place to live. He's still homeless. Facts. Finax, he was upset. He admitted because he spent the weekend with the girlfriend, he calls it. That ain't no girlfriend. That's a joke, right? And he spent the weekend with her. And she said, nah, you ain't living with me, homie. Bye. Go back to your roach motel. Yep, no wonder you and your feelings, cuz you got something to say every 5 seconds. But last I checked, you homeless. And the people in your chat say, well, I know everybody sees you as this, but to me, you're a philosopher. The homeless philosopher, huh? Right? That boy want to take my words every time I speak. He want to take my words and what I already said to him. Those are my words to you, brother. You got to get original, man, and quit repeating people's words back to them. You know what I mean? At some point, you're going to have to grow up, bro. You's a grown man, bro. You ain't fooling nobody, bro. You soft, bro. You definitely don't come from the streets. I know that much. You never in them. You hide in your hotel room all day long, right? And guess what? I'm sitting back watching, laughing, and having fun watching y'all. And literally, I'm watching what the Joker video told me. It said they're all going at each other right now. Yeah, I told you they do it to themselves and they do it to each other. Do these people understand how much I have unlocked? That I run everything out here in the valley. I own all these folks. Literally, I have leverage already on everyone. I got court cases on everyone, charges on everyone pending. I got federal lawsuits going to be filed on everyone. What are you talking about? I own 6th Street already because of the lawsuits that I'm going to be filing. Like literally, I think I'm going to be who owns all the building on 6th Street, not Bob Woody. And that was the goal. So what do you mean? You know what I mean? Like, no, it's not right to have some old man who can barely walk and move, who's never hustled ever and don't know anything about money or bread, and is a Mason who sold his soul to the devil. It's not right to have him lying, claiming he owns bars. To own a bar, you got to own the buildings, bro. And you're a Mason. You don't own no building, bro. Get up out of here with that nonsense. Straight up, get on, get going somewhere. Real talk. Get out of here with that nonsense. Real talk. We ain't trying to hear it. See, this is public forum. We speak just like we'll come speak in front of all y'all. We're going to tell you the same thing in person. Get on with that nonsense. Get out of here. Get out of here. We ain't trying to hear it. Real talk. Think we trying to hear that fake stuff? Come on, bro. You remember when these people on here, this illegal criminal organization, was saying whatever they were saying, right? Remember what they were saying when they was calling all them bars on 6th Street and the bar owner backed down? Remember when Biggie backed down to him? That's some coward stuff, bro. How you going to be an owner of a bar and back down immediately? That's crazy. Like, what? That's what y'all do. You back down. Y'all remind me of that dude who was, I know his name, I'm not going to say it on here, but the dude who was Tekashi 6ix9ine's fake bodyguard, who was like, we don't break, we don't bend, we don't fold. Little pressure got applied, and he folded like a ironing board immediately. That boy folded. I'm talking folded like he was Gumby. Real talk. It was crazy. You feel me? Real talk. I honestly, I can't even believe it. Like, I've never seen anything like it ever. Like, I'm telling you, that homeboy thought he was super tough. He said, we don't fold, we don't break, we don't nothing. Like, we handle all pressure. The minute a little bit of pressure applied, crazy. Feel me? Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Can't be serious, right? You still got the other one up there in Benton Harbor, Michigan. I'm sure he's still copying everybody, talking to himself, right? He don't get paid for no show. He was begging for his Nifteen, right? Begging for his Nifteen forever. Begging for $15 every day because he don't got no money to get no Taco Hell. That's crazy, son. Is you crazy? Dude, real talk. Are these people serious right now, bro? Literally, I don't know one of them, right, who actually has like accomplished anything. Like, people talk about Beyonce to the left, to the left. Beyonce's a Freemason who sold her soul and possessed by the devil, literally. Are you serious right now? What? The Red Triangles thought they was going to stand up to me. The Red Triangles got owned so bad that it's literally like, with like, they don't even want to talk right now. They don't even want to talk about it because it's hilarious. Is you folks for real right now? That's what I want to know. I love it, man. I love it, bro. You know what I mean? I'm gonna open the chat too. Hold up. Y'all want to get into it? Let's do it right here. Y'all folks funny. Feel me? Look at this. Look. Somebody come look at this. These folks can't even enjoy themselves. Real talk. None of them. None of them. They can't enjoy themselves. They can't do nothing. Chat's open, homeboy. I want to have that chat, man. There ain't nothing you're going to say that's going to make me feel anyway. Trust me, nothing. I've heard it all at this point, bro. All of it. I've heard all of it. And I can't believe that people can't get over it and quit being petty. I can't believe that folks can't get over and understand this is a platform where we have fun and we have open discussions. What's up with you folks? Can you imagine being that unhappy and miserable that you don't want to let folks come on YouTube and have fun? Oh, but Rob Rack can do a live stream 24 hours a day and still don't make a digital dime? But that makes sense to you? Boy, you sound like you about to create a new single. You know what the single title's called? I'll tell you real quick, you like Red Pill over there. Sarah, 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 Sarah. You know what your single is going to be called, boy? Take a guess. Take a guess. Take a guess, right? Your flop single. Well, here's Rob Rack with his new single. Daria. Said Daria. Daria Encarnacion. Encarnacion. Daria. Daria, you're the only woman who ever paid attention to me. Cause I'm Rob Wacko, Rob Wack Wack said Rob Wacko, Rob Wack Wack. Rob Wack, I'm still homeless, said Rob Wack, I still can't get a job. Rob Wacko, Rob Wack Wack said Rob Wacko, Rob Wack Wacko, Rob Wacko, Rob Wack Wack. So all you do is quack like a duck. When's the last time you made any money, boy? Can you tell me? That chat wide open? I hear y'all pretty quiet. Are you done boycotting my show yet? Oh my goodness, bro. Y'all graduated from Petty University with honors. Real talk. It is absolutely hilarious, bro. These folks is funny. Real talk. Y'all done committed so many felonies across state lines, it's unreal. And you want to dismiss the argument with they're having fake court hearings. I'm pretty sure that's a whole nother case unto itself and more felonies. Is these folks for real right now? Like, real talk, are they for real, bro? That stuff is funny as hell. Again, that chat wide open. Why ain't y'all saying nothing? Y'all got a whole lot to say at any other time, but when somebody want to actually talk, oh, all of a sudden y'all don't have nothing to say, huh? That's not convenient? Aren't they all convenient? Aren't they? If we really get real with ourselves, aren't they all convenient? These people want to claim they rich. Really? Really? You rich? Okay. Because, I mean, I remember going to Slitterbond every single day. I remember paying over 4 G's for a month to live in the Holiday Inn on Town Lake. I remember having a bank account with over $300,000 in it with the best stocks money can buy. I remember buying cars that cost at least $8,500 and up, and buying a Porsche for, well, let's not even start with that. Every car I bought was like almost 10 G's, and I was buying cars like y'all go to the grocery store, little homie. I remember doing radio for over a decade, well easily over a decade, with everyone coming at me and literally won every single bout, any conversation, anything, and reminded the culture about their real history and didn't let them talk their way out of the fact that they were owned, and they still are. You ever heard of Manifest Destiny? Well, I'll tell you what, there's one thing that Rob Rack has definitely heard of, and that's called modern day slavery. Finish! Yep, tell me when any of you have something to say. Please chime in. Again, that chat room is wide open. What's up? Oh, kind of looks like I'm challenging you again, kind of like y'all don't challenge me, and you never will challenge my authority. You'll respect my authority. So what's up? Like I said, I laugh and I get money. You understand? I laugh and I get money and I get paid to go in. Again, I'm not Jack Doherty. They tried to pull the Wes Watson on me, sending agents across state lines. They got to commit felonies to try to fade the unfadable boss. I remember buying and selling a 50-acre property, right? You do understand that to own something, you have to buy it, right? I mean, you're in denial. I mean, straight up. You asked about deeds. I had the deed on my phone. I asked if y'all wanted to see it. Y'all never said anything, right? Y'all real convenient, huh? Then when folks learn how to protect their assets, you get in your feelings and get mad. Isn't that the truth? Somebody gives you a concrete, completely sane, factual answer. No, no, ma'am, you have to protect your assets, and this is how it works. Oh, no, I'm in denial. I'm going to tell you your business. I'm going to tell you your business. I know who you are better than you. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense because you looked up a couple of things on Google, sister. Is you for real right now? These people sit in their kitchen all day. These are kitchen witches. Like, honey, the potion clearly isn't working. You're still losing. Golly, I mean, how many potions did you cook up today with all them spells and witchcraft? Were you able to afford yourself one mirror? I'll tell you what, when these ladies be looking in the mirror, that mirror is not like what's the name of it? Snow White. It ain't sitting there telling them you're the fairest of them all. You are the most good-looking lady in existence. It is definitely not saying that. Folks in the valley wanted to open their mouths. They had the crazy clown cart people talking. What do I care about the crazy clown carts? Y'all wear snob clothing and you'll never be a snob. Can you imagine trying to keep up with me, the guy who, again, like I said, I wasn't done, right? Billions in equity, mansion and estate, over 2,000 in jewelry, 530 on my wrist, got you pissed. Mineral rights and oil royalties, new projects. Still, I got projects they spending billions of dollars to drill into the ground for oil, boy. And I sold mineral rights and oil royalties back in the day for over 10 G's. What are you talking about? That's what I want to know. They talk about I failed at something, I flopped. Really? Then why was the whole Batman project a complete success? Why did crime rates get lowered because of me? Why did I accomplish more than every agency and department, not just here, but with the entire nation and country in this world? Can you explain that to me? Can you explain to me how Lamar Wills says he's going to stop being evil when you still have these pending cases that are going to come out because everybody knows the truth about what happened and what you did? The whole world knows because you went on public airwaves and opened your mouth, smart one. Those people committed so many felonies, it's unreal. I just saw arrests being made for past cases. Are they going to make the arrests concerning this case? Because last I checked, everything that happened with Cat Smith, right, and the other one, what was her name? What the hell was her name? Tiffany Chrisman. Tiffany Chrisman, what happened with her made the public news. And everybody knows that Cat Smith and Lamar Wills had everything to do with it, allegedly. And guess what the culprits usually do? And this is what somebody was just arrested for. They sit there and they actually are within the same family sometimes, and they sit there and act like they're mourning it and like they care, like they're concerned. That's what all these people ever did, was disguise their jealousy with concern. So Cat Smith appeared on the news and basically incriminated herself and proved she was trying to make a come up and make money off of Tiffany Chrisman, off of what happened, when I think and what I believe allegedly and what makes perfect sense is clearly Lamar Wills and Tiffany Chrisman were in a conspiracy like we have proof of, and that they literally got tired, right? And literally I think they had everything to do with it. How about that? Is that matter ever going to be looked into or investigated? But I'm not good at what I do. I'm sorry, but what? But folks do their job? When? When did anyone do their job concerning that? You think it's just going to go away? You think we're all going to stop talking about it? Like what? Why are we not getting justice? I mean, no matter if they were evil, whoever. I mean, when are we going to get justice for Tiffany Chrisman? Can somebody answer that question? Hell, furthermore, when we go and get justice for Steve, because Lamar Wills and all this conspiracy of the Red Triangles online had everything to do with what happened to Styles. Then after everything happened, they started making emoticons about it like it was funny. Hey, Lamar Wills, let me tell you something. You'll never be Steve's. You'll never be Styles. You'll never be half the man Styles was. I give credit to Styles all day on that. And like I said, I was Styles' best friend ever. He just didn't know it. All I ever did was come to bat for Styles and defend Styles and try to help him. All I ever did was try to make music and collaborate with him and be a good dude to him and be a real friend. What do you mean? You're jelly as hell of Styles. Lee Owens of DeKalb, Illinois, this Lamar Wills dude in Benton Harbor, Michigan, could never get over the fact that Styles was taller, better looking, more handsome, actually made some money, knew how to hustle, knew how to get it, had some educated thought, had independent thought, could teach people things, didn't have as many problems, obviously, at least keeping his woman around. But you sure have that problem, because last I checked, ever since Michelle left you, you've been having a mental breakdown that never stops. Boy, you talk about your tears are delicious, brother. Your tears are delicious. Okay, you've cried so many tears, it's unreal. Are you serious? Is this dude serious? He sits there trying to purse his lips when he talks. Oh, for real? Is you for real, homie? Yeah, but these are the YouTubers, and folks want to act like I'm a part of something and I care. That sector you talk about, I made, right? Every single one of them. Vic Damone, all he ever did was run and tell on everybody. He had everything to do with when Rob Rack got arrested, but Rob Rack doesn't have the courage and heart to address him about that now, do he? All they do is dismiss everything, and they want to act like they're buddy with their enemies. They're cowards, they're weak, and that's all they do. When the going gets tough and if you push the issue, they back down every time. That's what Rob Rack does. That's what all his folks do. Last I checked, he want to talk about he got money. You don't have money. You waste the little money that your family sends you on a Roach Motel every month and then brag about how much you're paying. Right. And smart businessmen, brother, don't get played and pay a bunch of money to stay in a Roach Motel. I mean, a literal hotel with roaches. This man is bragging about this. Daria, oh Daria, can you pay attention to me? Cause I'm a super simp. My name's Rob Rack. You like that fake crip over there named Groovy Jimmy. The only thing cool about Groovy Jimmy's show is when Deacon come on. Other than that, it sucks. This how I talk to you little homies, boy. So again, what do you mean? Last I checked, I mean, I know I'm good and I don't got too many problems because I mean, hell, I got a little pocket change that I done hustled up, right? I mean, I'm good. I'm not homeless like Rob Rack. I don't live in a Roach Motel, right? Hey, Vivian, how you doing? I don't live in a Roach Motel. I'm not Rob Rack, and I'm not sitting there simping, right? Like you act like Daria is the first woman who ever paid you any attention, boy. That's what I think. Want to talk about Steez and Styles? You mad because Styles could rap better than you, flow better than you, make more money than you? I mean, at least he had a wife. You know what I mean? Shout out to Big B, right? Like I said, I show nothing but love to Styles. But last I checked, do you? Has anyone on here ever had any courage? Has anyone on here ever addressed Lamar Wills for what he's said and done about Styles? Any of you? Have any of you ever checked or G-checked or let any of these people know to stop coming to my chat with their little agenda because they're disgruntled? I mean, just because you feel some way because you can't make no money, lady, doesn't give you a right to spam my chat and not let me run my business. How about we talk about that? Everybody want to run their mouth, but these folks really felt like they was doing something. I mean, the last I checked, I mean, people can't go spam a chat every single day unless somebody's not doing their job, right? But people want to say they do their job, then it come out in a reading and download that the managers and the bosses or the ones that are higher up are telling them, hey, I don't pay you to not do your job. Why are you ignoring his complaints and not doing anything for him ever, right? For the past, I don't know, 2 decades. I mean, right? And then we want to ignore that like it's not the truth. Oh, it's the truth. Trust me. You're doing good? Good. I'm glad. You know what I mean? Like I said, these folks aren't doing good because they're always in their mood. Have you ever noticed that? All of them. Every single one of them is in their mood every day. That's all it is. It's a bunch of negative Nancy's and Debbie Downers. That's why I don't be on YouTube like that communicating with these folks. You know how many folks on here are so bitter it's unbelievable for no reason? They've been through nothing. You never had it tough. You don't have it hard. What is this attitude about? That's all I want to know. Like, where do you get off acting this way? Where do you get off talking this way? I got people who never knew me at any point trying to talk to me like they know me. That's what these folks was trying to do. I didn't tolerate any of it. Got to G checking, sidestepping, and sunning every single one of you. And you don't talk about any of this. Hell, I was sunning all the agents that were sending me across straight state lines. Are you serious? Because I'm the real Jason Bourne, boy. What do you mean? See, I wait to talk and then I run my mouth to no avail. You understand? You know why? Because I'm the mob and I can. They want to talk about accomplishments. They want to keep talking about the same celebrities. What celebrity you knew was ever rich? Name one. Hell, I'll ask you, Vivian. You can go in on it right now. Name a celebrity that you think is rich, and I'll break down to you how they ain't. Remember Tyrese went broke and was begging Will Smith for money? The truth keep coming about Will Smith, how he can't rap. The man can't even rap. I mean, his song was whack. I mean, Welcome to Miami. I mean, the girls who carried the song on her back, he couldn't do anything. He just get on there. Oh yeah, I'm from the culture and I'm talking and you know me from Fresh Prince of Bel Air, so you should respect my name because I'm Will Smith. Yeah, I mean, look at Will Smith's son. I mean, are you serious? That says it all. You got the other comedian. He said his son get down the same way, and everybody has nothing to say about that. He said he gives zero blah blah blahs about what people think. Well, you might want to start caring what people think. I think it was Marlon Wayans because it really doesn't look good. I mean, that's not a good look when you say I support my son in his decision, right? Because he can't make up his mind. That's ridiculous, is what it is. It's also a sin. Actually, it's in the Bible, and God looks down upon it, and it's not good, and it's the opposite direction of where we should be going as a society. It's actually very evil, and that's an actual truth. You understand? That entire movement doesn't even have to do with preference, in my opinion. It doesn't have to do with that. I don't care what your preference is. Just keep it away from me. What I care about is the fact that it has nothing to do with that. What it has to do with is being evil. That's what it is. Have you ever noticed how they're all evil as hell? Have you ever noticed how they do these so-called parades in Austin? What's the agenda other than being against me, the only real man who ever existed? I told you, those parades are because of me, okay? Literally. What they are is they're not parades, they're rituals. Are you people ever going to wake up? That's what I want to know. Real talk. Like I said, name one that's ever been successful. Name one. Anybody. I'll give you time. I'll wait. Name one of these celebrities that's ever truly been successful and made any real dough. Name one. Go ahead. I'm sorry, but what? Like I said, you want to talk about celebrities, you folks. I'm way ahead of the celebrities. I'm not a Mason. I have my soul, and I'm filthy, wealthy, rich. I mean, rich is equity. Like I said, and you think that's silly of me, but I literally was on the run for 7 years. I've been homeless. I've been in and out of shelters, in and out of jail and cop cars a million times. And I'm a straight thug that when I had over $250,000, I was still thugging and handling beef straight up in the street and won every single beef every time. But I'm sorry, what? But I'm making a mistake because I told you it would all piece together and I'd have all the wealth and then I'd rebuild the cash. Does that not sound smart to you, Vivian? You can give your opinion. I'm just curious. Does that not sound like a genius and somebody smart? I mean, repeat, I was on the run for 7 years. Okay. And are you serious right now? Like really, like I've really come from that walk. Like I said, we don't even come from the same lane. These YouTubers know who the hell they talking to when I walk in the building. I'm a gangster. You people on here are silly. Are you serious, Rob Rack? We got folks that get online every day talking them, swearing up and down they gangster. There ain't nothing thugging about them. I mean, you completely super simp, especially for Daria. Daria, I mean, your own girlfriend sat there and told you to your face, I like Batman the Alchemist. I like Tyree. He's funny as hell. He make me laugh. And you sat there and tried to slander me some more, right? You couldn't even handle that. Oh, I saw the look on his face. He really didn't like that. She told him straight up, she said, no, Batman the Alchemist is hilarious. Oh, for real. Your own girl literally likes the channel, literally supports me more than she do you. All she did for you was what? Bring you some washed up birthday cake that you don't want to eat because you look at the cake and you got all your insecurity issues. Literally, you like all them so-called women. Literally, you can't even look in the mirror, Rob Rack. You look in the mirror and you're like, oh, I better watch my calories today. Don't get mad at me, brother, because you struggling with that. That ain't my problem. Like I said, I mean, buy a treadmill, get out here and work out. I mean, I don't know what else to tell you, brother. I mean, you can't afford a treadmill with all that free money your family sends you. Quit wasting on Roach motel rooms, son. Sit there and run his mouth. Want to run his mouth like he's saying something. Am I a retargeted individual? That's hilarious. That's hilarious. A retargeted individual. For real. That's hilarious. I love that. Retargeted individual. I'm a targeted individual. I didn't know I got retargeted. For real. I know what that sounds like. That's hilarious. Did you just make that up or was that an accident? That retargeted. I'm a retargeted individual. That's right. I'm a retarget. That's hilarious. No, that's a good one. We're using that. So that's got to be tough. Who are these triangle people anyway? I've heard you talk about them. Man, I ain't here to talk about them fools. Them fools, I know it's a typo. Them fools will never come close. The Red Triangles is just like a syndicate group that's an underground illegal organization. We already have RICO charges on them all of them. I got a federal indictment all across the board. Oh, I already won. Oh, I won before it went to court. Yes, 100%. And I'm not delusional like them folks. I'm talking real talk. Once you get the evidence and you have the entire federal lawsuit like scaled out because you're smart as me, I'm a genius. You think that I can't figure out a federal indictment before it goes to court? Yes, I can. Oh, yes, I can. Because when you get smart enough and actually know the law and how it's applied and applicable, you learn how it works. My dad was a UT graduate lawyer. My grandfather was the Supreme Court judge. You can't put a cap on my knowledge. That's what people don't get. Who are they? A bunch of nobodies. trolls online, all these people that come over here to the chat, that's who they are. The criminals that have worked with corrupt ties, and I've seen it and witnessed it right in front of me. I have all the proof I need. I saw everything. Looking at these people and what they do is like watching an episode of Intervention. Like, you know what I mean? The reason they're quiet right now is because, like I said, I basically silenced them all. I defeated all the witches now, all of them. Ding dong, you lost completely. I'm going to be eating a birthday cake real soon with your name on it. Yeah, I told you, I don't play. Nah, y'all wanted to start this spiritual you know what nonsense, right? And you lost. You lost bad. I mean, you lost like literally like the 49ers lose every game. I'm just kidding. I don't know whether they win or lose or not. Maybe you lost like the Steelers. I don't know. I don't be watching football because I don't even have a TV that works like that. I don't be paying attention to stuff like that. I'm on YouTube all day. That's right. All I do is YouTube. YouTube. That's right. Not. I be doing other things. I read. I do crossword puzzles. I play games. I have my own fun, man. You know what I mean? But these people are crazy, man. I mean, 100%. But the funny part is that folks don't think that's what's going to happen, or they convince themselves they want to argue these concepts. For what? There's no argument, buddy. It's just what's going to happen. It's common sense. I'm telling you, I got federal indictments already all across the board. We're talking RICO charges. It's a RICO case. And like I said, they have connections to IBM, which is going to expose the ties to these companies and prove what I've been saying forever, that corporate America is tied into all this and produces all this. Yes, they do. Just like I was targeted by YouTube and Google and StreamYard and all these companies, just like they shut down my streams and kicked me off of my own show, right? Just like when I talked to what was homeboy's name? Let me try to remember his name. Y'all remember his name? Zachary Hubbard. Remember when they shut down my show and muted the entire program because I was talking to Zachary K. Hubbard? That was weird, right? And he was saying that he was being targeted by the Masons and Illuminati. You understand? I'm not a fan. Like I said, then y'all sent that pawn puppet out there on 6th Street to pretend he was selling CDs. So he tried to steal my hustle, right? And then he made some comment when I was eating chips about what he was going to do. So I literally ran him off the block. Facts. And he was the biggest dude you could find. And he was from the culture. He thought he was super tough. And I ran him off the block while I was working security at a bar. Yes. Yeah, I was working. He came and bothered me at the door and he talked crazy about what he was going to do while I was eating my chips because I'm eating, having a snack, and he want to talk crazy. I ran him off the block. That's what happened. Yeah. Y'all be sending the biggest homies you can find, right? That stuff is crazy, man. Y'all send the biggest homies you can find and keep underestimating Batman. Batman don't play, homie. I don't care how big someone is. That don't mean nothing, homie. Y'all are soft. Oh, you see, that's the thing folks don't get. I've been putting in dudes in the street my entire life. Don't even act like y'all can compare to me. I've just been being quiet about it because this platform moves a certain way. Y'all better wake up, homie. We don't have loose lips over here. We don't talk much. You understand? We don't ever explain. People know what it is, man. The streets talk. What are they called again? I want to see if I can find anything about them. Who are you talking about? I don't need anybody to find anything out about anyone. I'm just telling you reality. Red triangles, I already got a federal indictment on. I already got a RICO case. It's all there, man. All the evidence is there, bro. It's just a matter of when I decide to have a lawyer and take it to court. And I'm in no rush. I'm not worried about a statute. We do things peacefully, man, in time, bro. We're in no rush. You understand? My whole point is just people talk so much, but when's the last time you see any of these folks actually accomplish something? When's the last time that any of them became anything? I'm just saying. You know what I mean? You understand? I mean, I don't know who you could hear anyone else mention. I mean, you know what I mean? Because if you bring up one of their names, the account's getting blocked immediately. I don't see how you could hear someone else mention what I created. I mean, red triangles comes from something with Batman. So I named the group the Red Triangles. The Red Triangles are irrelevant, so I don't know why you keep bringing them up. Like, we're not here to talk about that. Like I said, y'all don't gear my content. I don't know who you are, right? Like I said, you can come over here and be cool, but I don't know you like that. See, that's the thing. Everybody needs a reminder on here. Like, I'm not under your guise and illusion. Like, I don't believe you. You need more people. Like, y'all don't fool me at all, bro. Like, y'all have an agenda. Like, what are you curious about something that's, I mean, what's the point? We went over it. What is there to be curious about? Can you explain that? See, I'm real as it gets. We can talk whatever, but I'm gonna call you out on what you're talking about. That's the difference. You understand? No, you can't find anything about them because it's the name that I named. That's my name. I created that name. There's no way you heard someone else talk about it, because if they are, they're biting off of me. So that's what you heard. You heard folks biting off me? That's no surprise. That's all they do on here. Hell, everything that ever got created came from me. The Drake memes, I did a Drake diss song. They copied that and made a meme out of it. Like I said, Street Beefs started after I released my videos of my boxing league, right? Everything that y'all have ever done come from me. Kanye West sits down, Kanye West, and takes my quote right out of my mouth and says, "Love and fear are vibration." I'm the only person in existence who ever taught that like I did for years. Tariq Nasheed took what I said, stole it, and put it in Hidden Colors when I was teaching the concept that I'm not going to go over right now, but it regards a certain matter. And he put it in his film, and it was the only truth in the entire film. You understand? I'm here to talk about what I want. You're here to listen. If you want to participate, cool. But I'm not here to have other people think they're going to gear my content. No, that's not what we do over here. So, like I said, moving forward, I mean, name one celebrity, like I asked you, if you want to participate, that's actually been successful. Because it sure as hell ain't Tariq Nasheed, I'll tell you that much. I completely shut down Tommy Sotomayor. He literally like lives in a basement somewhere, has got nothing going for him, and is still sitting there worried about me and my success. That dude was so obsessed with me, he tried to make up a fake bank account saying he had over 300,000 in the best stocks money can buy, because I actually had that in the past, and he was super jelly the whole time. Then the cult leader that he is, right? He literally got himself banned from this platform, and I'm the one who took his channel down on here. Yep, I flagged the channel. I had it removed. So I won against your cult and your cult leader. And all the people that you sent at me, which are comprised of the red triangles, were sent because of Tommy Sotomayor and all the people connected to him. And he's the one who worked for IBM. Thank you. Thank you for dropping it. That's cool. I mean, I don't know what you're talking about. It's literally impossible for anyone to bring up the red triangles, because it's just a name that I named the folks on YouTube. If they're calling them the red triangles, then they have to watch my channel, because there's no other source that that name could come from. The red triangles is completely original. It's a name that I created. So do you get what I'm saying? I mean, you might have heard. I mean, she said there's a targeted individual in Pensacola. Well, I mean, targeted individual is a term that's thrown around loosely. I mean, to be a targeted individual, you have to prove that. So, I don't believe just because you say it or anyone says it. And again, nothing I'm saying is should be taken the wrong way or personal. I'm just telling you the truth. Like, that's the thing. People need to be more skeptical and question what they're hearing. Anyone can say something. So you say she's a targeted individual in Pensacola. I don't believe that. I would need proof of that. Do you see what I'm saying? I'd have to look into her. And I mean, the point is, why would I care? Because I'm not going to waste my time. I'm just being real. I'm not going to waste my time because I don't care about YouTube like that. You see what I'm saying? That's the problem. People are all focused on YouTube. They think YouTube is a courtroom. No, a courtroom is a courtroom. So if you have a court matter, right, you have to go to a courtroom. You have to take it to court, and you have to show up to court, and you have to have a court hearing, and it has to go through the judicial process, right? And you have to win, right? If there's like a lawsuit or any type of matter, right? We had that dude Cyber on here. He tried to take that one to court, Toad Space's fake girlfriend. I heard he lost. I don't know if that's true, but I heard he lost. Then he basically like wouldn't even come on YouTube, and I ain't heard nothing from him since. Literally, which is the craziest thing I ever heard. Like, he just was ashamed or something and went into hiding. I don't know. I never heard anything from him, like, in this entire time. I don't know what's going on with him. You know what I'm saying? Like, that was weird. The incident with Tone Space in New York was weird because Tone Space committed an actual crime, a crime that a guy over here just caught 2 felonies for committing the same crime. No, you can't talk like that. So if Cyber was so about court and you knew anything about the law, you would have pressed charges right then and there because you have it on video camera evidence. You understand what I'm saying? But you want to front like you a street dude and you know anything about boxing, but we saw you train Groovy Jimmy and it was pretty terrible. Like, I was trying to be nice. It was all right. the basics, but you don't know anything about boxing. She specifically said that a group of satanic people who call themselves the Red Triangle cult are doing this. Mm, are you talking about Breezy Brook, which again I've already covered and talked about? One of the only people who stood up for. Is that who you're talking about? I've never heard Breezy Brook refer to them as the Red Triangles ever. I heard Breezy Brook talk about it. You know, Breezy Brook, she is a little extreme. You know, I don't know if she's, you know, completely all the way with it, you know, like sane. I do think she's a little off, you know, but I think that she makes some good valid points. And I don't think that, you know, I think they were wrong. And I definitely think that she says a lot of truth, you know what I mean? Like for real. But I also do think that she could be better about choosing her language and learn the game. You know what I mean? That's all. But I also understand, you know, when people respond instinctively right away because they're going through something and it's just a human responding naturally. So to punish them for that is very unfair. And especially with the type of punishments that the, you know, the corporal justice system issues, it's not fair at all. But is that who you're talking about, Breezy Brook, or are you referring to somebody else? Like I said, my whole deal is just ain't none of these folks successful. Like I said, Jay-Z, complete failure, complete flop. Diddy flop. Diddy has new accusations against him, y'all. You know what I mean? These folks want to get on here and act like they news reporters. Juvenile released a track talking about if these homies would ever stop pretending to be news reporters, the streets talk, man. The street, half these rappers been making rap songs talking about y'all. So what you mean? These folks act like they're gonna get fame off of this, or it's a good position, or this and that. Like, no, it's really not a good look, homie, at all. Real talk. Like, you know what I mean? That's what I'm saying. Like I said, like you take any of these dudes. We got dudes living in Roach motel rooms. Like, I don't ever have to paint a picture that ain't reality, bro. You know what I mean? I got billions in equity, bro. I got full access to buildings, Wi-Fi. I got everything, bro. I got swimming pools, everything. And you don't want to sit here and talk down on my name. You don't know nothing about me, bro. That stuff is crazy, son. You feel me? You know what I mean? Like real talk, bro. Like y'all got to get your priorities straight. Like I'm just saying, like I said, he having the family send him money. You ain't made a dime, Rob Rack. You don't know how to hustle. I saw you had a fake little rap video on YouTube. How come you ain't doing nothing with that? What happened to your rap career? Because I'll tell you what, that rap career, I mean, that rap career did not, I mean, you didn't do well. You didn't succeed. That rap career kind of fizzled out real quick. Real talk. I mean, why don't you talk about your rap career? I mean, that's all I'm asking. You know what I mean? Because, I mean, you never had one. I mean, you hear him try to rap now, it's a complete joke. I mean, he could never rap. So you was trying to be a rapper? Can you imagine a little homie that's trying to be a rapper when I own my own record label, Cashless Bane, and the only man or woman, but I'm a man, obviously, but the only man or woman or anyone, whoever went worldwide independently with my music, and he trying to talk greasy and talk crazy on a platform? What's the point of that? Like, can you see how fake that is? Like I said, he don't care about diarrhea. Everything with him is disingenuous. I really care about Christina. People can see it and know it. This dude don't care about Daria. She's the one that's too, you know, can't see that she's being played. You know what I mean? And it's not even played because folks like that play themselves. Like the fact is he has a good opportunity with someone who actually cares about him, right? And has a heart, obviously. And he, you know, that's what folks like them do, take it for granted. No, you know, get it right, brother. You tried to lie and say, "Oh, we got into it, and I was in my feelings, whining because I had to leave, and I don't want to leave." No, it's not because you have to. It's not because anything regarding her that you care, brother. You're trying to sit there and lie and roll reverse and twist the truth again. It's because she wouldn't let you live with her. Okay, that's reality. Okay, you need to stop. You need to stop lying. That's what you need to do. It's not Daria's fault or mine or anyone else's that you're homeless, Rob Rack. It's that simple. If you don't want to be homeless, brother, quit pretending to get a job out there in Sacramento or wherever you at, and just go get a job. I mean, it's not that hard. Walk down the street. You're in the middle of Central America. You're on what, the East Coast? Sorry, is it West Coast? You're on the West Coast, right? So I mean, how in the hell in the middle of Sacramento or wherever you're hiding at right? How in the hell, in the middle of California, of all places, one of the biggest business mecca states in the world, are you saying that you can't find work? I'm gonna tell you the truth. The truth is you just don't want to work. And I'm gonna tell you something else. They ain't gonna hire you at Starbucks unless it's Christmas, because nobody wants the Grinch working in the marketing lane. You think that people want to come up? I would like an iced mocha frappuccino. Oh my goodness, it's the Grinch. Well, hello there, who's in Whoville. What type of what type of frappuccino would you like? I'm here to ruin Christmas for you. Like, nobody wants to go through that, Rob Rack. Like, just sit down. That's why you can't get a job, brother. I mean, get a makeover. I mean, you got no problem with it. It's clear. You'll go get a, what are they called? You'll go get a manicure, pedicure. You already talked about it. You just like Lamar Wills. He paints his nails black. Why don't you? Oh, Toledo. The truth's out, Lamar Wills. We all know about you and your painted nails. You remind me of Matt, that one who worked at Speakeasy and claimed he had like mob ties, and he would paint his nails, and we were all good and all cool until I saw his nails were painted, and then I was like, this is a little finicky. And I thought you were cool, Matt, but now that I see your nails are painted, I'm questioning that. Better get real, boy. Yeah, you folks is funny as hell, man. All these people thought they was on something. They think it's about quantity, whatever they can get. Well, in that case, I definitely defeated y'all. Like, I got 7 bikes in inventory. The thing is, they're all worth about $200 to $300. Vivian, where did you go suddenly? See, this is what I'm saying. I don't understand. It's convenient. I ask a question and then I can't get an answer, but you're talking to me. That makes a lot of sense. No, I just questioned everything that these folks say because I don't believe none of them. They don't make any sense on here. Like, I asked you a question. Is it Breezy Brook you're referring to, or who? Anybody who says the red triangles, that comes from me. We don't talk about that over here because it's irrelevant. Like I said, those are folks that are trying to gain an identity and don't have one. So what they do is they send agents, right, to come over here and bring them up so that they can gain some kind of fake relevance and make themselves feel better, because the truth is they don't exist. You know what I mean? That's cool. You know what I mean? And like I said, I'm not being any way. I'm just being real with you. You know what I mean? Like, I have to be skeptical. I don't know who folks are. You know what I mean? I don't know what their agenda might be. You know what I mean? But let's move on to another topic. I mean, name me a celebrity. Go ahead. I mean, Chris Rock, he was owned. I mean, you saw that little stunt with Will Smith. I don't even know if that was real. I think it was staged, personally. I think everything these people do is WWE wrestling. I mean, when is any of them going to face charges? Like, what are you talking about? Y'all talking about what was it, a multiverse and all this fake stuff, some digital land somewhere, like we all are going to be in the iCloud, like a bunch of nonsense that doesn't exist. Everything they say is fake. Like I said, nah, I'm not going to play a game. Anything that 50 Cent can get away with, I can, because I for sure got more rights than him in my country. How about that? Why don't we get back to the old days? Why don't we get a little bit of you-know-what power in the building? How about that? Real talk. Instead of all this fake stuff and sitting there pretending every day like we don't get it and don't get who run this country and built it. Why don't we get real with ourselves, folks? Real talk. And I'm half Mexican, so trust me, all the folks down here back and support me. You better bet your bottom dollar on that. So like I said, everybody talks, everybody yaps, everybody talks, everybody runs their mouth, but who's actually the only full-fledged gangster? Who really runs the streets? Who really shut down all these illegal organizations? Because I'm gonna tell you what, it wasn't no department and it wasn't no agency. It was Batman. Batman, the world's greatest detective, right? The man who took on all the gangs and the cartel in the street and won is Batman. Everything doesn't have to be done in the bat suit, homie. I did a lot of this stuff before I ever put a bat suit on or even called myself Batman. What do you mean? You act like Batman ain't working even when he's not wearing the uniform. I mean, just because he doesn't have a bat suit on don't mean he's not still Batman and working. You know what I mean? But that's cool, Vivian. I appreciate that. You know what I mean? Oh, I mean, I'll try. I mean, like I said, it's not up to me. It's got nothing to do with me. I mean, I'd like to have the chat on 24 hours a day if it was up to me. But folks, got to come correct. That's all. You know what I mean? Folks got to be respectful. You know what I mean? And if not, I mean, that's cool. I'm just going to ignore it and keep moving. This thing, everything is about energy. Energy is power. You understand? Everything is about energy, and that's what these folks will never understand. It's about energy, homeboy. You understand? You get your energy right, that's totally good. They can't, I mean, they can't touch you, man. You're untouchable. Real talk. I don't answer questions like that, Vivian. Like I said, name me a celebrity, Vivian. Name me a celebrity. That's what I want. Name me a celebrity. Let me know what's up. What celebrity ever was rich? Hell, A-Rod, they said he was the highest paid shortstop of all time. He's a Mason. He don't make no money. He didn't get paid a dime for none of that. Okay? Well, we got basketball players run up and down a court and they're completely owned. What do you call that, people? Is that the NBA or is that the you know what trade? When was the last time you ever seen somebody like me or me myself run up and down a court forever for somebody else and let them sit there and pretend they rich like Mark Cuban, right? When you look at Mark Cuban and see, man, that dude's been literally sitting there worshiping Satan every minute of every day. You can take one look at him. I mean, are you serious? Have you seen the way Mark Cuban looks? Mark Cuban don't look like Two-Face. He look like he's melting. It's a grown man, mind you, and that's the owner of the Dallas Mavericks. These people want to really talk. Y'all talk about Elon Tusk. Elon Tusk was never rich. He never built no rocket, never built no spaceship, didn't build no microchips. He's just being used for the evil New World Order because the mark of the beast is the microchip, smart one. And they already been installing them, right? Because all y'all want to sell your soul so bad. What do you mean? This social media, all this was designed by the devil. You better wake up. There's good parts of it, of course, but it was designed for an agenda, buddy. It was created by the CIA. Facebook was. You got people exposing themselves every day, putting out their own evidence, self-snitching on themselves, and then wondering why they get arrested off Facebook every day and TikTok. You folks get arrested every day off of these apps because you can't think. All y'all tell on yourselves and each other. It's crazy, son. Y'all go on Vlad TV, self-snitch like that rapper that I shut down from the OBH Goonie gang in Philly with Mikey T, the movie star, right? Like that one that makes me laugh, right? We already won against you, brother. You had a lot to say back in the day, right? While you was hiding. Well, I mean, you sure lost. I mean, your boy still sure lost when you got him on camera interviewing, and the first word that this little homie say from Philly is, well, I knew that I was going to lose the case. I thought you was a gangster. You was in a shed with a bunch of men sweating. I mean, that's gangster. What's gangster about that? You was putting prop money on camera claiming you had hundreds of thousands of dollars. Then I offer you a record deal, son, and you sit there and front on me instead of getting yourself some money. See, any hustler and real street dude, this is how I know y'all ain't savages, would have sat there and played the game. See, when people offer me money, I don't act some way with them or have an ego or ego trip. I listen, I play my role in the position, right? And I get that money. Yeah, it's all good, Vivian. I don't even see that stuff. I guess they're already blocked. But yeah, they do that. They do that all the time. It's to make themselves feel better. But yeah, you can tell them to get out of the chat. They just in their feelings. They think it's all a game, so they come on here. And I mean, it is all a game on here because it's all fun and games on here. But like I said, no, I mean, the prison time is real. That comes with what those actions and what they're doing, and all of that, man. The justice system's not going to play. It can't. Not if it's not corrupt. And that's why I do what I do every day. See, I stand up against corruption for real. I work on making sure that corruption is, stopped. Not just minimized, but stopped. And that's the thing. It's already worked down here where the valley, I mean, it's a lot less corrupt because folks don't feel like they can be corrupt anymore because Batman's around. That's the real truth. When are people going to give me the credit? Yeah, Mark Cuban looks ridiculous. I mean, I don't even know how to explain it, bro. He looks like, I don't know, like Molten Man or something, like that guy from that other, like the Avengers that like turns into sand and stuff. Like it looks like he's melting when he's standing in front of you. They all look sickly. Have you ever noticed that? And then they wonder why I was on here telling them. It's just like the artist they tried to put me on and pin me with back in the day when I was talking to this OBH Goonie Gang artist. Y'all should know who I'm talking about, the one who gets on camera and self snitches and snitches on everyone around him. And the homeboy they tried to have me sign instead of giving me the one that I wanted to sign, right? He is the one that the same rapper from OBH that I'm talking about that I wanted to sign, he snitched on him. And now he's like in prison forever, like never getting out. The entire Rolling 60s Crips went to prison because of No Jumper and Adam 22. But they're not mad. They're not doing anything about it. They're not saying anything about it. And the people like Red Pill who consume this content and watch it as a fan are so confused. They sitting there cheering. I mean, are you cheering now? I mean, who was you cheering for? You want to act like you're down with gang culture, but when these folks from gang culture get put in prison because of Adam 22 and the snitches like Vlad TV, you ain't mad at them. I mean, tell me where your loyalty is, brother. I mean, are you a gangster or you know what? Make your mind up. Let me tell you something, Red Pill. I ain't heard of no gangster that ever snitched on his own family other than you, boy. So I'm going to take it as far as to say you definitely ain't no gangster. That boy is ridiculous, literally. Like, it's unbelievable. And every time that you literally, like, even stand up, you look like a sea turtle, brother. I gotta talk. I don't know what's up with him and his features. It's like he's coming out of his shell every time. Like, he just raises the neck a little bit. It's like, looks like a little sea turtle coming in and out of his shell. It's kind of funny. Yeah, the red triangles, they want attention. The red triangles are pretty sad. See, they come over here to play. They think it's like a comedy skit and all fun and games. I mean, yeah, it's all fun and games until we go to court and there's a federal indictment, and folks are looking at prison sentences and that are very lengthy, and then they're gonna restrict their internet access and everything. So I mean, that's fine. Let them do what they do. But yeah, you could tell them to get out of the chat. That's perfectly good. I'm glad you're doing that. The weird, yeah, you should keep the chat open more often. Who cares what the haters say? I gotta go have work early. All right, thank you, Vivian. I appreciate it. Real talk. But yeah, like I said, man, I mean, these folks is crazy, son. Like I'm saying, like, which one of y'all won? Like I said, I defeated everybody, bro. Easily. Defeated all y'all, bro. Like, you can't even play with me spiritually, bro. That's a whole nother ball game. Y'all think I wear this suit and move like this for no reason. This is spiritual, bro. What I'm doing is real. So that's what I'm saying. These folks don't get it, man. Nah, bro. You get your spiritual force up and your energy and all that and your chi together. Man, these folks can't touch you, bro. I'm untouchable, man. For real. You know what I mean? Like I said, I know what y'all did to Maserati Fox. I know the feds came in, like I said, put a battery in Dominations back. They had everything to do with what happened to Mozzie, Maserati Fox. You got young Mozzie. Look up what happened to him in Atlanta at a Waffle House. I mean, young Mozzie had been through it a couple of times. You know what I mean? And he kept surviving and coming back. And then there was some other rapper they claimed was jealous. But see, I think it's deeper than that. I be thinking the feds be involved in a lot of stuff. And either way, it's a demonic complexity because jealousy is everywhere. I don't think the feds have to be involved every time. It might have just been jealousy, but that's what I'm saying. Like, when are folks going to talk about the real matter at hand? Y'all ever going to talk about how Drake is a coward and sold his soul to the devil and signed contracts, okay, and made sacrifices? I mean, did you see what happened? Did you ever look up the video of what they say happened to Drake's best friend? It's on camera. I mean, them folks was sent. Them folks was targeted. Them folks knew what they were doing, and them folks were not stopping. Them folks were on a mission. Okay? That's what happens in the music industry. That's what happens in the streets, right? It ain't nothing but a bunch of evil. See, people want to claim they're tough, but being down with the devil don't make you tough. Being evil don't make you tough. Doing cowardly things don't make you tough. Not being able to stand with just your hands and your hands alone like Batman does, you're not tough. You're not tough. There's nothing tough about y'all. That's some coward stuff. You understand what I'm saying? So like I said, when folks be running their mouth, I mean, that's all cute, but I mean, Batman moves with just his hands. And Batman stops everything and everyone for real. Batman really the enforcer. I do the real thing. See, when I start talking now, y'all gonna really get in your feelings quick because I'm backing up what I'm saying. See, I'm living what I spit. See, I'm really doing this. I put work in the street nonstop every day while y'all don't do nothing. I get busy. Feel me? I didn't play no games. See, I'm not going to let people pump drugs on my streets. I'm not going to let people ruin and upset my community. I'm not going to let you move freely and do what you want to do when everything you do is illegal. I'm not going to wait for other folks to stop it or do their job because they never will. You understand? So I have to take matters into my own hands and I have to stop it. And that's what Batman did, does, and always will do. How about that, boy? Want to make a change in your world and community, you better get up 100% and make that change. You don't sit there and wait on people who are never going to change and never do what they're supposed to do. Let's get real. See, there's a big difference between me and your average Joe. I'm not your average bear. But like I said, man, you folks is funny, and we over here making money, and you just paid me some more. That's right. And all you do is pay me, and all you ever did was pay me, and all you'll ever do is pay me. I'm going to say it again, man. Look at all I've accomplished, bro. I'm a boss. Got over 7 bikes in inventory, all $200 to $300 each. $1,300 bat cycle. I'll get it fixed. It's just the wiring, right? And that company who was corrupt and sold it to me, they out of business, or they had to move and go do business elsewhere, like I told you. So I won that one too. I shut down Empower Network as well. One of the biggest, most massive pyramid schemes and Ponzi schemes in the country, in this world. They moved to Puerto Rico. David Wood and David Sharp were on drugs and moved to Puerto Rico, where everything was cheap, so they could front like they was rich, because they was really some broke Masons who sold their soul to the devil. So anybody ever tell me I don't shut down illegal organizations, you crazy, because I got proof. Shut down some of the biggest illegal organizations in this country. And like I said, I used to do it hands-on. How do you think the name got brought up and created of Batman? Are you serious? Y'all don't know anything about me. Why are you running your mouth? Why you got my name in your mouth? You don't know me. You can't even acknowledge who I am or how I get down or what I do. You can't be serious, homie. See, that's the thing. I don't run around doing what the culture and these other people do. I don't run my mouth. That's why you don't hear me talk too much. You understand? See, gangsters don't do a lot of talking. They get busy and they move with action. That's why folks got to pay attention to me now. Like the reading said, you pay attention. You go ahead and pay attention, because I'm going to keep on doing it. I'm going to keep on showing you how none of you ever did your job, and you never do your job, and you never will, clearly. And a civilian had to get up and do everything you won't do for you. How about that? And you know what that makes me? A real man. So what does that make you? See, folks, is a joke. You understand? You want to get somewhere in this game, don't take nothing off nobody, don't play no games, and go get your money and go build your business and go do what you want to do. You don't wait for nobody. I'll never have to work for any of you people for the rest of my life. Are you serious? That's why I hustled so hard. That's why I went this hard, and that's why I'm talking now, boy, because I can. I repeat, this is not a Coach Eli thing. I'm not Rob Rack. I'm not Cyrax. I'm not any of them people. I'm Tyree Sneed. You better get it right who you talking to. You got that? All of you. So like I said, I'm the mob and I run the streets, right? Real thug in the building, real gangster. You already know about this. And like I said, folks, is funny. The world is fake, and that's what they do. They try to sit here and create all these false prisons, and you know what I mean? Yeah, they want to keep you contained. You can't contain Batman. You can't contain the Son of God. And you for sure can't contain the Holy Spirit. And the truth will never be silent. So like I said, folks can run their mouth all day and yap till Timbuktu. What do I care? Like I said, while y'all talk, I increase my wealth. I go out and I get more. I acquire more. They want to copy my words. They want to copy my phrases. These people want to be me. They're all my fans. Every single one of you is a fan. You're a big fan. You're a huge fan. And you're obsessed. So why don't you pay for the obsessed level Batman membership, which I think is like $50 a month? I mean, you're going to be an obsessed fan. Pay for it. Put your money where your mouth is. We offer memberships for all the obsessed people out there. If you're obsessed with Tyree Sneed and obsessed with Batman, then you should purchase that membership. And if you haven't, then I guess you're not obsessed enough. And that's how it works, boy. Sit here and play these games. People are fake. People are fake. The world is fake. The whole system is fake. And it's all a joke. It's a joke. All right? I can't believe that I got people with golf clubs driving crazy clown carts, trying to say weird, underhanded things to me. That's just crazy. It's the most cowardly thing I've ever seen. Like, really, like, bro, you're on a crazy clown cart. Are you really seriously trying to run your mouth? Bro, you get overcharged and pay like over $2,000 for a membership for things people can do anywhere in the country. I mean, you can't tell me you're the brightest crayon in the box. How about that? Yeah, and all of them sit there and they all jelly. That's all they do is hate on me behind my back, and they always have and always will. I mean, hey, I don't work for a system. I don't work for people. I don't care about you. I don't work for you. I could care less how you feel. How about that? And like I said, not a single one of you will tell me a thing or tell me where I'm going to walk. I'll walk where I want, and I'm still doing it. How about that, sister? And you know why? Because this is my land. So yeah, like I said, over here we don't take nothing. We don't put up with nothing, right? We stay moving, we stay showing people this our country, and like I said, I'm taking my country back. I'm taking my world back, and it's just as simple as that. Like I said, I'm a real cowboy and a real outlaw. I don't know who these people are. Outlaw. These people don't know nothing about us. What do you mean? We live in that thug life for real. Thug life? What are you talking about? People are soft. Can you imagine people trying to talk and they all of them when they talk, they don't think I'm slick, like I don't know. Then little homies be saying weird stuff like you ain't Batman right out the side of their wits in their car while they record me. Like you think I don't know you recording me, son? How you gonna say some coward stuff, hope I get out of character and then I don't, right? And then how you gonna still be scared? That stuff is crazy. See, these folks all want to change the story. They all want to say, oh, I'm too tough one minute, I'm soft this minute. No, I'm just smart and I don't take bait. Smart one. Like, I'm not going to sit there and walk into setups and walk into traps for me because I'm the son of God and I'm too smart for you and God protects me. I don't do fake energy, homie, and I for sure don't entertain it. Like I said, you should ask about me. So, like I said, I mean, all them folks is going through their karma. Like I said, they all doing it to each other. I mean, the red triangles are doing it to each other right now. They're going to continue to. They don't even know how to stop, bro. They online 24 hours a day. They never sleep. They never do anything else. And they for sure ain't building no business like me. So what do I care? I'm a CEO of my own business. I run this world. I run this galaxy, this universe, and I'm Batman. Christina's negotiated over $18.1 million. She'll be fine. She's going to pull through because God will never let me down. He will never let her down. And he will never let us down. I promise you. I believe in God's promise no matter how bad or how impossible it looks. And that's reality. And I will never, ever doubt God. And I will never, ever doubt Christina. I believe in Christina more than anything. She'll pull through. She's going to be fine because she's the strongest woman and strongest person I've ever met or seen. And that's the truth. So yeah, like I said, all you other people, I mean, sit back, put on your seatbelt, and get ready because enjoy the ride, man. Because Batman's coming full throttle, and what you got to understand, bro. I mean, I see everything God is doing. God is moving. Everything is moving my direction for positivity, for my purpose. He's setting the playing field in the U.S. for me to come through and clean up the streets. You got to be crazy to think anyone can play with me. Bro, you understand that I've helped everyone. They got Joker videos talking about that I've saved the lives of all sorts of people. Okay, I'm saving lives, bro. I'm helping people. I help everyone. I don't care who you are. I don't care who you are. I don't care, like, none of that, bro. Like, I don't care who you affiliated with. I help everyone. I show love to everyone. But I'm also the tough Billy, real tough gangster that run the streets and run this world. Don't you ever get it confused. So what do you mean? And like I said, when the hell are any of these folks going to come see me and holler at me in person? Face to face. Nobody's ever done it. Nobody ever will, because the whole world fear me and fear Batman. That's a fact. The whole world fear Tyree Sneed. That's the truth. And that's the way a gangster moves. Fast. People want to be fake. What do you mean? You play silly games, you win silly prizes. You want to play fake games? That's cool. We'll pretend with you. We'll pretend with you. And like I said, you'll end up losing that way too, because I'm better at your game than you, boy. See, I don't have any felonies. I get to wear my bulletproof vest I paid over 10 grand for, but y'all want to talk about money? Hell, I'm walking money, buddy. I wear money on me every day and y'all don't do nothing about it. Want to sit there and act like any of these people somebody. I tell these fools in the street exactly what I want, exactly where to move. I run them off blocks. I scream on them and they don't do nothing about it. And this is every day. I wear a bulletproof vest, 18 gauge steel armor, and hell, the days I don't wear it, I don't need it, do I? And every day I run the streets. How about that, boy? Now, when's the last gangster you ever heard like that? When's the last man you ever seen who does that? When's the last time you ever seen a Batman go into Chicago and change everything? Because that's what's about to happen. It's common sense, bro. Like I said, it's easy for me because I just look, I go eat at the diners, scan the streets, figure out who's pumping what on what block, who works for who. And like I said, 90% of the street drugs are controlled by El Chapo. You better wake up. You better wake up. And last I checked, El Chapo's in prison. Okay. I mean, what are you talking about? I'm not against anyone. I just do what I'm supposed to do and do God's will. I'm not against anyone. I don't care who you work for. I don't care what gang you're part of. I don't care if you cartel itself. I'm not against you. I'm just here to do God's will and continue to help this world be a better place. That's all. See, that's what folks don't get. They keep trying to make it like it's a versus thing. I don't have a versus against anybody. Okay, one of these Joker videos said that I saved someone like that. Like, you can't be serious, bro. I talk to people who are all sorts of different walks of life. I deal with people affiliated with all sorts of different things. Okay, I've had ex-girlfriends that were part of Mexican mafia. Is you crazy? I've had exes that were affiliated and connected to everything. Okay, I've talked to Latin kings, homie. What are you talking about? You don't know who you're talking to. See, that's the problem. All these folks want to talk and run their mouth. I've been doing this too long. Okay, cuzzy? You really don't seem to get it. You want to talk and hear me tell you the truth? You can't handle the truth. I want the truth, right? Literally, that's exactly what it is. You want the truth? I think I'm entitled. You want the truth? Yes, I do. You can't handle the truth because the truth scares you. That's the reality. Yeah, the mystery of me scares you because you know what the hell I've been doing all these years of my whole life and getting away with it, boy. Just like Beale Snead got away with it. How about that? I don't put up with nothing. Who you talking to is a complete monster. You better get that right. And I sit here and I play my role and I play my position with these little cowards and I let them pretend they're tough and pretend they're someone, right? And I let them go ahead and play themselves right into their own traps. That's what's going on, little homie. And I effectively shut down the entire cartel just like I defeat them in the past in the street, 100%, right in front of your face. So what do you mean? That's what's happened, boy. Then all the snitches want to sit there and ask silly questions. Oh, well, tell me more. All of a sudden they turn into Vlad TV and Adam 22. Oh, I've transformed now. Now I'm super snitch. Now, please tell me everything about what you've done, Tyree, and how you defend yourself and blah, blah, blah. Bunch of snitches. All of them are super street 1 minute, then they're super snitch the next. They can't make up their mind who they are. Like Reed Dulles said, is you a gangster or you know what? Make your mind up. See, I ain't never been fake. It's just when I get around fake people, I go ahead and let them fake themselves out of the reward, fake themselves off the opportunity. I let them play themselves out of everything right in front of me, and then I laugh in your face, boy. See, now I get to move freely just like always. I was always moving freely, but I'm saying now I get to really move freely because, see, that's the problem. When folks make mistakes with me, cool. Now I just take full advantage of it, go right to work on you, and everything you touch, I'm stopping. You understand? I go right to work, and then guess what? Now I get to move even freer. Do you understand what's going on here, homie? I don't care how I got to do it. I'm going to effectively dismantle this entire system, just like I'm going to shut down corporate America legally the right way, like I told you. I don't care if I have to use the system the right way, the way it's applied. That's good. That's a part of doing what I'm doing, standing up against corruption. What do you mean? I'm not against anyone or anything. I'm doing God's will. That's what folks got to understand. You understand? So every word I say, you better listen to it. If I tell you somebody's no good, like Lamar Wills, all these people, Cat Smith, right? All of them, bro. Tommy Sotomayor, all the red triangles. What do you mean? Then they no good. Ashley Wheeler, Jennifer Benish, Siobhan Crow, all them people. Every single one of them committed so many crimes it's unreal. Sunflower, Will, right? All them people literally are guilty on federal indictments. Okay, that's 100% fact. Yeah, and they're looking at prison time. Are you crazy? You can't run around the internet doing what you do for this long and folks just sit there and act like, oh, it's all good. Are you above the law? Who are you? I mean, these people think they're someone they're not. You're nobody. You're not from the streets. These are some bottom dwellers, some bottom feeders. They're nothing. Are you serious, bro? Are you serious right now? Can you imagine some trolls online trying to challenge the authority of an actual mobster and a gangster? What are you talking about? Like these people act like all the past hasn't happened. I already stood up to you 8 million times. You take the cop out, you're a one-trick pony. You're gonna do the same thing every time. Get on here and woof and act tough and say things you don't mean. And then when anyone responds, oh, he's responding. Oh no. That's what you do. Come on, bro. All y'all do the same thing. You're like Rob Rack. You know, literally, it's ridiculous. It's embarrassing. You should be embarrassed. And I'm sick of hearing your whining, and that's why I no longer talk to any of you. Like I said, I am your king, the king of all kings. Oh, and Cyrax, please stop copying me. Okay? You're not Batman. I don't know what's wrong with that boy, but somebody needs to talk to him and explain to him to stop copying my phrases. He said he entered God mode because he saw it on the Joker video. He keeps acting like he's Batman. I mean, that boy will literally give you a couple of Batman lines. They keep mentioning Batman, mentioning me over there. Like, bro, I got nothing to do with that nonsense. Like I said, I mean, do you want my help or not? I'm going to be traveling all over the country helping people seek legal counsel and probably pay for their attorneys. I'm standing up against gang stalking. I mean, do you want my help or not? I mean, answer the question. He doesn't answer questions and he just sits there and babbles and rambles. And what the hell is this channel? They all got channels trying to make money off of them, and I don't think any of them do. I really don't. None of them. And they waste their time making fake content with their fake subs and fake views. But where's his channel? You never get to hear what he has to say. You feel me? All them people, that stuff is pathetic. Literally. Like I honestly those folks are hilarious who report on him and stuff. Like real talk. Like honestly, like it's hilarious. I mean, there's a couple of things that are halfway funny that they say here and there, but like I can't even believe it, bro. Like I really can't, bro. There's been some stuff lately that I've been cracking up at and laughing. I'm trying to remember what it was. Let me think. I can't remember what the hell they said, but it had me tripping, laughing, bro. It was hilarious, man. There's a couple things. Something Rob Rack said today had me laughing. But like I said, the entertainment, it gets dull and dry sometimes. Turn it up a little bit. Remember, you're just Batman's entertainment. And remember, this is Batman's world. You just live in it. All right. And you need to start paying me rent. It's that simple. So, like I said, other than that, I'll talk to all of you peon peasants later. So long, commoners. All right. I'll talk to you later. Oh, for real, boy.